What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I'm back here with another NCAA Football 14 Arkansas State Red Wolves Dynasty. And today, your number 9 Arkansas State Red Wolves are in a bowl game here in southern Alabama, taking on the Toledo Rockets in the GoDaddy.com Bowl. If you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you guys drop a like, and if you're new to the channel at all, hit that subscribe button down below. So I know I'm uploading this the day after the Super Bowl, but if you guys are watching this playlist, don't mind me. Although if you're interested in the future, if you're seeing this video, there's going to be something on the screen. If you look on my channel, if you see the video, probably be sure to check that out too, because I have some interesting thoughts about the sports world these days. And then it's not to hate on the whole sport, it's just I have thoughts running in my head, because if you have noticed a few trends around the sports world lately, it just raises eyebrows to me, and I feel like it would be a good watch. So if you guys are interested in that at all, let me know. I'll definitely make that video in the works. If not, it's all cool. But it's more of a whole sports video in general, not just one specific sport. Pretty much tackling all the major sports in general. So don't get that mixed up. It's a whole video all in one. It's a vlog, and I think you guys would enjoy it. So I mean, it covers a lot of topics that I have circled in my head as time has gone on here. But enough of that. Let's talk about how we're number 9 in the country and 11-1, and you see Appalachian State in there at 11-1 as well, but yet we're still ranked higher, and yet they still won the Sun Belt. Interesting theory there, Sin. I wonder how you're ranked higher and still lost the conference, especially when you're in the Sun Belt, and usually teams in the Sun Belt aren't ranked. But we have 2 of them in there, so which actually kind of does up our conference prestige just a little bit, but not too much. I mean, it's the Sun Belt. What can you expect? I mean, in theory, I could move Appalachian State to like the SEC, and we'll see how they do there. But I don't want to tear up a whole bunch of conferences. I could probably move some around in like a few years, but right now I'm trying to still build up the Sun Belt Conference and try and build up my resume to try and move to a bigger conference. That way I don't go up there into like the Big 12 or one of the Power 5 conferences and start like going 2-10 in the season. Or, well, I wouldn't go 2-10, but you get the idea. Like, I just wouldn't do very well, and I don't think that would be very entertaining for you guys. I know you guys like to see me win a lot of games. I know I win a lot of games, but let's face it. I mean, it wouldn't be very fun to see me go struggle for 5 consecutive years. I mean, maybe it's entertaining to some of y'all, but I mean, it wouldn't show growth. It wouldn't show that I'm progressing in the dynasty at all. So we're trying to take things one step at a time here. We're trying to run it almost as if we were doing UAB dynasties all over again, but we're not. So who knows? Next year we might be actually a little bit worse, because we have a lot of seniors that are going to be gone, and we're going to be digressing a little bit because of that, because our players just aren't as experienced or aren't as talented as the ones that we have now. But that's why we keep rebuilding, and that's why we keep on trying to get better and try and become a better team that way. As you can see here, though, you see the quarterback comparisons. We have a combined total of 22 touchdowns, 10 picks between Harley and Smith. Kenny Smith will be back next year. That's great. We're going to lose Kyle Maxwell. He did get 1,000 yards rushing on the year, which is fantastic. James Morgan will be back next year. That's great. We got the Thunder. And then we have 2 rushers nearing 1,000. We're gonna have 2 rushers for 1,000 yards. So that's very nice to have. We have a lot of good talent. We have a 78 overall freshman fullback. That's saying something, though. We have Lorenzo Harrison, top receiver on the team, only 31 receptions, but he did average over 20 yards a catch, which does show that he's a big threat down the field. We got a young defense as well. So this defense could easily improve. Obviously, Robertson isn't going to go, and he's not going to come back, obviously, because he's a senior. But we have a few seniors on this defense. Not too many. Our defense, I feel like, is still fairly young. We have a couple sophomores. I mean, we're still trying to recruit. That's why our team is just not as built up for the future. We're in the middle grounds, and that's something where you don't really want to be in. What I mean by that is, like, you don't want to be caught in the middle when you could be doing better. That's why I say next year we might be doing a little bit worse than 11-1 going into next season. But hey, I can't predict the future. I can't tell you where I'm going to be next year. I might finish undefeated. I might finish 0-12. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to get on with this game against Toledo. It should be a good one on the field. And we're going to try and win our first bowl game in this dynasty.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Both of these teams excited to be here, and there's not even a race car driver anywhere around. We get set to rev our engines in the GoDaddy.com Bowl. That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. NCAA Football 14 action coming at you right now. Fred Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit.
Here at Lad Peebles Stadium here in South Alabama for this bowl game, the GoDaddy.com Bowl, the Toledo Rockets against the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Should be a good one. Let's get kickoff underway here as Ryan Dixon taking this one from about 3 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to take this one out to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 32-yard line. Nice return out to the 32. It's about a 35 and a half, 36-yard return. And now, very first play, we're going to run the read option with Thunder. It's Mr. James Morgan. He's taking it out near midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a nice start right there. 2nd and 9 from midfield. Handed it off again to Thunder. And Thunder's got some. He's finding the holes in the defense early on. That's good. That's very good. But back onto the topic of what I was saying about being caught in the middle. Sometimes you're happy with being good, but you're never happy with being mediocre because you can't really gauge at where you're at as a team. And I feel like, yes, we were 11-1, but I feel like compared to the rest of the NCAA, we were just middle of the pack. You know what I mean? I feel like if we would have contended for a national championship this year, I feel like, oh God, we would have gotten creamed. We would have. And I'm not saying that because we lost to Appalachian State, who's, you know, in the rankings, in theory, worse than us. But, I mean, they are a good team. And that's just saying a lot about that team. But you see right here, Dante Kearney taking this one all the way down to the 1-yard line for a 63-yard run. This quarterback is deadly. He is nasty. You're about to see that the entire game. Kearney again, scrambling to his left, throws it. Johnson, touchdown. And it's tied at 7 just like that. 3 for 3 on the drive. But Ryan Dixon, look at that kick. I'm going to take that one out, though. I'm taking it out, you know. And look at the return. Look at the return. He is getting some good runs out of this. 71-yard return. Big play so far. But back on my topic again. Being caught in that middle ground. For example, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the NBA. I necessarily don't care about what the NBA is like these days. Simply because, you know, I get tired of seeing Golden State and Cleveland in the finals. It's going to happen again this year. I'm already calling it. You know, I don't like seeing repetitiveness in championships. Granted, I do like people's legacies being out there. You know, I like seeing, like, you know, how Jordan did it in the 90s. I mean, people probably got bored of that too. See, oh God, the Bulls making the finals again. But I mean, when it comes to like every year repetitiveness nowadays, it's just, yes, it almost seems like there's a certain decade of teams in every sport that just win championships. You know what I mean? But when you're caught in that middle ground, like for example in the NBA, the Bulls are. They're, I think, like 2 games below 500, and they have this identity crisis. I feel like I'm having that same thing. I'm having an identity crisis. Whether it's not on the offensive side. I know that. Well, it might be that problem next year because I'm losing my best player in Kyle Maxwell, and that's a problem because then it only leaves me down to James Morgan. Granted, he's a really good running back, but I'm going to miss that thunder and lightning combination that they have. And you see Dante Kearney taking another one in for another touchdown. It's now 14-all. And now on the kickoff again. Look at this. Again, Ryan Dixon already had a 71-yard return earlier. Finds the hole on the left side, and he is not going to be caught this time. He is gone. Touchdown, Arkansas State, just like that. And I'm going to show off a little bit just to extend the play a little bit. 106-yard return, and it's now 21-14. So we're losing Kyle Maxwell. He's gone for good. As soon as he got down with that injury for the rest of the season, we pretty much knew that he wasn't going to be. His whole career at Arkansas State was done. We're losing some parts on the defense that concern me. Kenny Smith is a good quarterback, but he's not top tier material, and that's a problem as well. He's not very accurate. He can run, but he's not very accurate. Kind of reminds me of a Cam Newton a little bit, but that's another thing too. Maybe a little bit of a Colin Kaepernick in a way, because Colin Kaepernick's not very accurate of a passer, and he has legs, and he's also kind of like the same size, same frame. You know what I mean? So we're losing some players on that offensive side. That's going to build that identity crisis, because last year we were so used, or this year in this dynasty with Arkansas State, it's all about run. Well, with this next year, being that James Morgan is probably our best running back, we may have to change a few things up. And yeah, we're still going to have Kenny Smith for the read option, but I mean, I don't know how, Brian Dean is going to come along. I don't know how he's going to develop. I don't know how well these freshmen are going to develop either. That's a thing. We got to look out for development. And if we're not getting the right development, we're going to be caught in the middle ground, and that's something you just don't want to be in. Simply because, you just don't know. You just don't know how good you actually are. I feel like that's how I feel about it. When you're a team that's 500, you don't know how good of a potential that you actually have, because you're losing to games that you should be winning, and you're winning games that you should be losing. That's again just a theory, but anyway, we're up 28-17. But look at this, man. We're just ripping off big plays on each other. It's ridiculous how this game's working out. Just big play after big play, and it's a trend that's going on in this game. There's a lot of offense so far. It's 28-17. There's 45 points already in this first half alone by both teams. So there's plenty of scoring to go around. And it's about to be 52 points with this touchdown right here by Dante Kearney. Another touchdown run for him. 28-24, 52 points in the first half alone. Just amazing offenses so far. So Kenny Smith scrambling to his right, getting the first down. Fumbles the ball, but picked up by Chad Ford. And we keep the chains moving. We've even picked up a few extra yards. So 2nd and 10 from the 35. Smith looks left side, caught by Micah Holmes, and it's down at the 23. Or for a 23-yard pickup, I should say. But later on, it's at the 19-yard line here on 2nd and 3. And it's a read option to Kenny Smith. He's getting some good yardage this game. 15 yards. He rips off another big run. Another first down. Later on, 30 seconds left here in the first half. Handed off. James Morgan in the end zone. Touchdown. 35-24 at halftime. As, man, just a lot of offense to go around this game. Just amazing. So here we go. Second half. Let's see if the defense decides to show up today. But they get a first down. I don't necessarily agree with it, but you know what? I'm not gonna contest it. I'm just gonna let it go, because I'm not gonna be wasting a challenge just because of field position. 3rd and 1. Kearney again. Looks left side. Caught. First down. Tommy Johnson having himself a ball game. So Dante Kearney, 12 of 14 so far, just killing it. He's been tearing it up. Can he continue this tearing up though? Looks over the middle of Strong. Strong's got some room down the field. Another first down. So 2nd down and 1. It's 35-24 still. Kearney in the gun. Has some time. We're sending the blitz just to try and put some pressure on him. But seems as if we can't get any pressure on him or get any good coverage on his receivers, because that's a touchdown right there. So now it's 35-31. Kenny Smith throws an incomplete pass, and it's now 4th and forever, so we're going to have to punt the ball. So here comes Dante Kearney and that Toledo offense. There's already 66 points scored so far in this game. You might as well make it 73 with this touchdown run, because Dante Kearney just tore it up on that run. It's now 38-35. we blew an 11-point lead just like that. You know, it's just crazy. So this game, as crazy it's already been so far, it gets a little crazier. So James Morgan gets the 13-yard reception on that one. On the screen pass, gets the first down. So on 3rd and 13, so can we get that first down again? Smith looks left side. It's going to be deflected, and that is going to be a Toledo football right there. So now 1st and 10 with about 2 minutes to go here. Oh, man, it's just not looking good. Kearney up the gut, has some blockers. We missed a few tackles, and he's down to the 10-yard line. They're actually about the 10 and a half, so they still got a first down to pick up at about like the 1-inch line. So 1st and 10 from like the 10.1 yard line. And that's going to be a touchdown again. You might as well just call it 1st and goal. It's an 11-yard touchdown run. It's now 45-35. So just, we're not playing good football right now. And it sucks. Because, I mean, granted, Toledo's a good football team. They have, you know, a good squad. But you see right here, another first down, 13 yards from Chad Ford. And we're trying to get ourselves back in this ball game by trying to push the tempo a little bit on offense, try and get their defense tired, and try and pick up good chunks of yards at a time. James Morgan continuing to be thunderous out there and getting another first down. So, you know, happy with that result. 19 carries, 97 yards. Can't complain. James Morgan's the man. So, again, Smith looks deep downfield, caught by Chad Ford. Down inside the 20, down to the 15 for a 22-yard gain. And it's now 1st and 10. 2nd and 7 from about the 12. Let's see if we could get a touchdown here. That'd be neat. That would be really neat. So Smith looks right side, caught by Lorenzo Harrison in the end zone, and that is a touchdown. 45-42, 87 points so far in this game. 87. That's a lot of offense. So again, looking over the middle, almost intercepted, but we do get a chance to try and tie this game up late in the game. Smith on 3rd and 9 dropped, and that's huge. That is extremely huge. Big drop. So that possibly wastes time off the clock to try and, you know, get ourselves back in this game for good. But obviously that didn't work out as planned. So Jordan Simmons loses 4 yards on the screen pass, and it's now our ball once again. But there's time off the clock, so we wasted an opportunity with that drop. That drop could come back to haunt us, man. It really could. So 3rd and 4. Smith in the gun. Drops back. Has some time right side. Lorenzo Harrison in almost, I would almost call it double coverage, but there was like 4 or 5 defenders around that ball. So kind of a dangerous throw there by Kenny Smith. But on 3rd and 7, we're trying to run the screen pass. Can we get the first down? No. A couple yards short. So that's going to bring out the field goal unit with about 2 minutes to go here in the game. I'd rather play it safe and try and tie up the game. 45 all. Under 2 to go. Dante Kearney has been lighting it up today. Let's see if he continues just that. Jordan with the catch down the sideline, down inside the 35 to the 30 to the 25 to the 21-yard line. Looked like he could have been stopped like 15 yards before that, but he just kept going, and you couldn't stop him. So we do make the stop right there at least with about a minute to go. So we preserve time right here by calling a timeout, and that's going to bring on the field goal unit, and it's good. So 48-45 Toledo. Dante Kearney. Man, that guy is lighting it up right now. This dude is just killing it. So with 24 seconds to go here, 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Smith scrambling to his right, has some time, goes downfield to the 40, 45, 50, 45 on the other side, 32-yard pickup, and we're almost in field goal range. But as it stands, Harley comes in. Kenny Smith got hurt on one play, so we're out of timeouts. So we have to pretty much throw a Hail Mary. Harley throws it deep, but it's not deep enough, obviously. That's going to be an incomplete pass. And Toledo, holy Toledo, they won the game. Final score, 48-45 on the game-winning field goal with about a minute to go in the game. So that was quite the matchup. To give all the credit in the world to Toledo and Dante Kearney. Obviously, probably player of the game for that one, obviously. He tore it up in this game. He only missed like a handful of passes and rushed for a buttload of yards. 154 yards rushing, 264 yards passing. This guy was putting up Heisman-like numbers. And, man, they deserved it. Our defense did not play up to snuff today, and it showed. We finished off the season 11-2. We will be doing the off-season live stream later on in this week. And I will be putting up the UAB one this week, and I will also be putting up the Lions franchise soon too. So get ready for that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hey, drop a like. Dropping that like goes a long way to helping this channel grow and showing your support. New to the channel at all? You know, there's a subscribe button right next to my name. Make sure you guys click it. It's also on the end screen right there. Make sure you guys click it to see more uploads from me. Until then, my name is Sim with Vengeance. You guys have been amazing as always. And I am out. Peace.